Hello everybody, we're gonna be right back to it. We will be doing an apprentice level dungeon today because I do need to get up a jester here. Oops. We don't want a bright tambourine as the party member. That wouldn't do us a lot of good. I will be playing with 2 DLC characters if you have an issue for that. Sadly, most of this episode, I'm not sure if I'm doing 1 or 2 dungeons. It really depends on how quickly this one ends, so I don't know whether or not to let you know. But definitely the first dungeon is going to be all DLC here, so you're not going to want to watch if you don't want to ruin any DLC stuff for yourself. Just a small tip of advice there. Okay. And the reason why we're doing that is we are getting ready for the burn the hives here, and ooh, the battered lawsman's badge. We'll discuss all this stuff later. But for now, whoops, hit escape. We're going to go right into the warrens here. This is the lineup I want. Yeah, it's the lineup I want. The skills I want. It is medium, so I actually need to buy the ability Sanctuary. Sanctuary, and I have the Tiger, and I'll do every rose. There we go. Excellent. Let's go. It's a medium. I'm going to pretty much overstock on supplies. This is my last group coming up here, which means I need them to pretty much survive, have no one die, no one get a lot of inflictions or diseases. The more issues this group takes, the less of a chance I really have to correct any course of action, because eventually these guys will be dangerously close to being Resolve 3. Then after that, it's pretty much game over. Therefore, I really need to make sure they go rather smooth. I remove bad negative quirks while they're not locked in, because the Crimson Court's very unforgiving in what it has to offer. So, Cove Scrounger, sure. Trap, sure. Okay. 2. No, I'm good. Yeah, it's gonna be medium dungeons are always a little tough, especially when they're battle rooms, because often battle rooms are actually longer, and obviously since they're battle rooms, you're gonna be taking more fights. Now I'm gonna kill off the slasher here. The swine wretch gives diseases, but the problem is I couldn't one-shot him in the back row there. Therefore, I really wasn't too interested in trying to get a critical strike while still leaving the slasher alive. So we were going to work towards getting some DOT on the back row there. And we are going to stun him, make sure he dies. He's now stunned. He'll also bleed out, which will shift him forward, and we can attack him with the shield breaker. Probably not before he goes, though. I say, yeah, speed of 8 at this level is pretty high. I didn't battle Ballad because I really wanted to add some... Oh man, I just got done saying I really want to avoid getting any diseases, and what's bad humor? It's not good. 20% HP, jeez. That's gonna hurt, and no one else can remove diseases in this party, I believe. I don't have like a plague doctor or anything. Therefore, we're just gonna have to eat that immediately. But the good news is I believe in the ancestral bottle on her, which gives her 50% HP, so she'll probably cancel actually on the HP loss, 25%, so it's essentially a wash in the end, which is good because this is battle, and it's also rather linear, which means even if I did get a lot of scouts, I probably wouldn't be able to avoid a lot of fights. Therefore, I'm going to have to take every single fight and every single trap essentially this warrens has to offer. Therefore, yeah, getting the diseases are at least really bad. This party is also not the greatest at scouting. I forgot to pass off the ancestral map. I should have done that. That could have gone on literally anybody. That's an error on my end. I should be passing that map around way more than I currently am, because it is the only scouting tool I have. I still haven't picked up any survival guides, and at this point survival guides are getting slightly outdated. Not completely, they're still really good, but you would have liked to have one probably like honestly 20 weeks ago. But as I said, they would still be incredibly useful. I'm not gonna bash survival guides. 3 spiders. Okay, we're gonna harvest. Man, this is just poopy. I was hoping to kill all 3 in the first turn here. At least we got 2, and we got rid of the back one. He does harder, I'm gonna argue he does harder DOT damage. Not to say the ones in the front don't have their capability of it, but the back row is pretty darn strong, the green spiders. And apparently I just can't hit the spiders today. Oh goodness. Stunned. It's not the worst thing in the world. This really isn't like an issue. What's happening? It's just kind of it's more of an annoyance than anything. Ooh, I misclicked. Whoops. I didn't want to battle ballad, though. I guess it does give me the accuracy to finally finish these things. It's just I did want to remove some stress. I might I might get lucky. Did that 5 speed just beat a 9? Oh, that's double unlucky. I could have actually battled ballad and still got away with it, but I guess the game decided. Did I just get like 2 food checks within like 6 tiles? That's crazy. But yeah, this is the problem with sometimes with what do I want to say? Medium battle rooms, and you don't scout, because I had to walk down this whole hall and then walk back. And this setup is also just, that's like another 3 tiles. Holy crap, these food checks are just popping out of nowhere. Alright, stop that crap. There we go. Yeah, I mean, this is just a horrible setup. It's like an H. You never want to take really any dungeon where it's multiple branch offs where you're gonna have to repeat. I mean, that's just the worst. And then obviously the other dungeon format you don't want to do is complete straight lines. Even if you have to do something like explore 80% of the rooms, you're like, oh, that's really nice. They're all, you know, just in a row. So I just hold down the mouse or the button and walk straight. Yeah, that's true. You can do that, but if you have them in a square, one scout will essentially do like the whole dungeon for you. Therefore, it's really beneficial not to have them all in a line, because you can decide which rooms you go to, and 1 to 2 scouts can effectively do the whole dungeon if you really want them to. So, as I said, just never one horrible straight lines, multiple paths. That's just a surefire way to pretty much scout nothing. And yeah, I'm going to give her HP. She's taking a lot of damage. I'm considering eating some food outside of comp. I can't frickin' dodge a single trap, man. I'm lucky I've gotten 2 positive quirks, but what is that? What's making him read all those books? Oh, it's curious. That's what it is. I mean, these are all great things he's had. I guess I'm fortunate he's gotten them, but it is something to consider looking at. More spiders. 3rd spider fight. At least this one's a surprise. We do need to... There we go. I'm surprised that crit was for 3. That probably should have been a little higher, but whatever. What I'm doing here is really setting up for impale. There we go. That gets rid of all of them, and then if I use... I'm going to try to... Okay. I wanted to stun because I wanted to get her heal next turn. I could have tried to kill, but even if I tried to kill, it would have missed, because the ability I actually use has a better accuracy. Therefore, I was trying to increase my chances rather than decrease by stunning. But it's seeming that I'm not going to get that hit off, or not going to get that heal off, which is it's a slight shame, but definitely not the end of the world here. another protection stone. I believe I sold like 4 or 5 those last round or something. This is an odd dungeon, that's what I'm going to say. I've had like a lot of multiple semi-weak fights come out. I'm not sure how I feel about that. 3 speed, got to go for my shield breaker. What's her speed at? Another 3 speed? Is she like a 5? Yeah, she's 5. Alright, game. Alright. I mean, it's not unheard of, it's just interesting. I just killed off that maggot because it didn't get to go yet, and I'm probably going to be able to outspeed it. Therefore, I'll be able to get in probably a heal and also a stress heal, as you just saw. I'm going to heal the shield breaker because she does not have an ability to heal herself, unlike the flagellant once he gets low enough. Therefore, she's definitely the more prioritized target for healing.
Glittering gold, trinkets and baubles.
Also doesn't have the death door resistance. I don't think I've gotten a single scout, and that's been in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rooms. I've eaten 4 traps now. 4 or 5. Pretty frustrating. The reason why I have not campfired yet is the shield breaker, as I've said a couple of times on missions I've taken her where she can campfire. She has implications with that, I'll say. I don't want to say any more, just in case you don't have the shield breaker yet, but she's an awesome character, but she does have a small backstory which can only be activated through certain events. And if you know what those events are, you probably know why I'm waiting to complete the dungeon before I may attempt such an ordeal. This could kill him. It should kill him. I'm really curious why these criticals aren't doing more than 3. Doesn't it do 1.5 damage, I thought? I don't know. Game confuses me sometimes. He'll be dead, so I think next turn I might try to just heal. He's not going to bleed, there's no way. Okay. Yeah, I think I'll try to give her a heal, stress heal her, and then he'll bleed out, and that's the end of that. So we're keeping the stress low, we're keeping the HP up high. This is a very durable party, hence why I will be using this for said Crimson Court. This lineup right here, it was like my go-to walk around group. Now when we face bosses, we are actually going to change what we do for the bosses. Okay, cool. I'm gonna turn off the torch since we yeah, there we go. Sorry, brain's not working today. I believe someone said there's a tell in here, and I don't think it's happening based on what they said. But just to go back to what I was talking about. And the reason why I did that was to remove the stress on her, just in case what I think's gonna happen isn't. Sure. Alright. Yeah, okay. Nice scout at the end there, great. But yeah, this party's amazing at the Crimson Court. Finally getting back to what I want to say. Because it's got heals. Oh, that's right, I didn't want to do that. There we go. I always mistake that for something else. I'm not sure why. I've done that like 2 to 3 times now. I believe that's a torch. Those things take. We want to kill off the Acolyte because I just stress healed and there's no reason why I should take any stress coming out of this. But yeah, we got Pierce, we got Bleed, we got Stress Heal and Heal. That's pretty much everything you need for really long dungeons. And if you're not familiar with the setup of the Crimson Court, That really won't make too much sense to you, but if you had played the Crimson Court, you could probably see why this would be an excellent party to have. Because the Flagellant's very durable. The Jester obviously gives you more accuracy and all that jazz. And then obviously the Vessel will keep you alive. And the Shield Breaker goes through protection very well. And in the Crimson Court, it feels like every other enemy has pretty high protection. Therefore, you really just need somebody to get through it. I am all out of bandages. But we might be able to get something. I can't remember. It might always be a bleed if you do that. I'm not sure. I usually have bandages for those. That was an okay medium dungeon. I mean, I got a lot of crests. I got the Jester to level Resolve 1, the Yips, Anemic. Quick Reflexes, that's pretty good. So we'll take off her disease, take off 2 negative quirks. We're moving right along, but it could have been slightly better, I'll argue. Yeah, we can't have bad humors around here. Oh, Shocker locked in. Didn't I just pick him up? Oh, I did not want that to lock in. How expensive? Nah. I gotta get rid of that. I can't lock that in. We don't need to lock that in yet. Definitely can't have him with the Yips. Yips is too bad. There we go. All these dungeons are very, very close. It's a medium explorer. I think I might do that. Get a couple of these people up. So let's pick you. So we'll pick another Flagellant. I'm sorry, everybody. Here's what I'm going to argue, though. It's really not too much of a spoiler to see the character in action. Do I want to use a healer? I'm trying to think of how many bosses I got left. Let's see. Boss. Oh, wow. I haven't killed, like, any bosses, so I got a lot of bosses left. Wait, 6, 7. So this is the last boss in the cove for veteran, I think. No, that should be the first one. Ah, crap. I'm struggling to remember. Let's see. I've killed the one in the Warrens. I think I killed the Necromancer, but that video didn't turn out well for some reason. I murdered the Hag. So I'm about halfway through all the bosses. I'm just trying to make sure that my parties don't advance too fast or too quickly. And therefore, I think I am going to take care of this boss in the cove, actually. Yeah, I'm going to take care of this boss in the cove. No to dismiss. I don't want to dismiss in here. Maybe the Flagellant? Ooh, this is going to be a weird party. I'm not feeling too good about this, but I kinda have to do it. Damage crit, focus ring, Crimson Court. That doesn't really matter. Do I have better trinkets? Bleed resist is actually pretty good. I thought I had better healing stuff. I at least have. Yeah. Oh man, my trinkets are rough this game. That's all I'm gonna say, man. I've been bare bonesing these trinkets hardcore. I do want where's that ancestral map? The ancestral map has to go on this person because I really need a scout. There we go. And it's also better than the Book of Intuition, so. Alright, let's get that started. Let's just make sure these people are pretty up to date on their weapons and stuff. 4-3, 3-2, 4-3, 4-3. Okay. Flagellant is not up to date. He is a main damage dealer, therefore he is going to have to be definitely at least the weapon. I can afford the armor. Need to check his skills. We need to make sure. Yeah, that's fine. Oops. Oh, that's fine. That's fine. And I guess we'll do that. Okay. Getting a little close on money, but we'll be okay. I do want to keep that. I want to keep that. I don't need that. Don't need that. Okay. If you've watched me do this before, you know why I'm bringing the antiquarian along. I'm hoping it works. We'll see. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't, but usually it does. Feel like I'm missing something. I got 3 keys, 4 medicinal. I'll bring Dong another one. No, that should be good. No one can stop a... No, you have Sanctuary. Cool. I'll shut up so you can hear this.
I struck a bargain with the ancient things that surfaced in search of sacrifice when the moon was right. Their price was the delivery of an obscure idol and one other item of more troubling portent. The pact struck. My newfound accomplices slipped silently beneath the brackish water. A fearful stirring at the edge of the torchlight betrayed a familiar witness and gifted me with malign inspiration.
Alright. I believe over there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. So we're pretty much just gonna shoot straight down and decide which rooms to take. I'll probably cut across like that instead. If you're asking me why, that's because that's a 7 and a 5, and that's a 3 and a 5. Yeah, a 3 and a 5. So you figure I cut off 4 tiles walking. Within those 4 tiles could easily be a another fight, or B, another trap. And if I don't scout, it's just 1 less, well, 4 less tiles to possibly run into issues. So we really want to try to avoid as much as possible here. We also want to stun up the stress damage dealer. I don't really have any good means to get rid of stress. Fortunately, the leopard did take the stress damage, and he obviously has the ability to use soul anonymity. Therefore, we're in good hands. A dodge is very good, because really with a dodge of 6, I probably didn't have any business actually dodging. And what we're going to do is just keep decreasing the accuracy on the Pelagic Oracle, because I don't have too many other options. The reason why I'm bringing the Flagellant is I believe I will be able to get some good DOT damage to start taking out the boss in here. People in here are more resistant to bleed, however, they're not like completely invulnerable like a skeleton per se. And as you can see, this Uka Crusher is just gonna die from bleed, which is really nice. Unfortunate hits. She has, I think, had a minus 28 chance to hit. And the Flagellant had a decent dodge, I think, so it's kind of a shame he got hit. But he'll definitely be making up for that in criticals and stuff, so I'm not worried about stress being a major issue. It's just, if you can avoid it, you might as well. Unless you're going... Oh, see, that's what I'm talking about. And here's these traps. Yeah, so 12 rounds, 25 dodge, 6 speed. It's just devastating. That's just... Oof. I think I'll come back to that at the end. I don't want to do that now on a weird off chance I do face 3 Shovel Curios. Not a high % chance it would happen, but it is a chance. No one's particularly good at trap disarm. Yep, like I said, no one's particularly good. I will do this one. I don't think there will be 3 between there. That would be really, really, really unlucky. But once again, not out the realm of possibility. And I'm a little nervous to even try to disarm traps, because like I said, this is 70%. Okay, he might have been, yeah, he was like absolutely the worst person. Whoops. 105. Oh, the map. So what I can do here is maybe try to cheese this. Here we go. Let's try that. Oh my gosh, come on. Some bad luck here right now. That's a lot of stress damage to be taking for just traps I'm scouting. I mean, these aren't even like traps I'm not scouting. I mean, that's bad news. Especially with that stress wave going on to her. Ooh. Ooh, that's rough. I'm slightly concerned about the amount of stress I have on everybody but the antiquarian, actually. So it's kind of ironic. The one person I wouldn't, well, really stress on anybody at this point is actually not too good. So I'm not going to say it's not a non-issue yet. That's a good kill, though. Reduces some stress, gets rid of a heavy damage dealer, and also those guys can do a decent amount of stress if they do critically strike. They do have a stress component to them, which cannot be underestimated. A double stress wave, that is just so unfortunate. 70 frickin' 5. Oh my gosh. This is what happens when you have no stress healer, though, so I was kind of asking for it, but I really didn't expect to fail 3 traps among the whole party. If you would think about some of those successful traps with disarms, what that would actually mean for my party right now, she would be sitting at like 42 or something. She'd be, because you figured I gained like what, 20, and it'll also be -8, so you figure you got -28 from that, so it's like 45 or 50ish. That's a big deal. But here we are not sitting at that, and we can't pretend like we're sitting at that. We have to accept what we have, and what we have is not great. Definitely an affliction is probably in the menu somewhere, depending on how bad this continues to go. I am holding out until I get right probably there to use my campfire. If you're wondering why I'm doing that, it's just the safest option. In some weird world, if I campfire here, there's a battle here, fight there, and then there's like 2 more. See, there's just, you never know. Oh, and so surprise. Okay. I'm really, that surprise really hurts because, yep, I said they're gonna go after her. I need her to probably go first and move back, but I'm afraid she's gonna be stunned. Yeah, as I'll say, there's no way she gets, yeah, it would have worked out so well. Ugh, it's one of the weaknesses to the leopard, just really bad row versatility. I do need to get her out of the way. I know they can brine any row, but just to try to get her out of the first 2 is appreciated. The speed's slightly detrimental, actually. We are going to try to decrease the accuracy. These things go fairly fast. 14 accuracy, she's going to hit. Yeah, I'll say there's no way. I mean, there was a way, but just not with my current luck on this dungeon. Specifically, last dungeon was actually pretty good. This one's not going so hot. And the reason why I keep like AoE healing and stuff is to really just try to get a critical on anybody to reduce some more stress. I mean, obviously it makes up for HP that's missing, but I'm really just trying to make up anything at this point. So, it's I do have probably a skill or 2. I probably have, what's that called? Is it Encourage that reduces? So once again, I'm just gonna, no crits. I'm trying my hardest here. That's all I'm going to say. I'm trying my absolute hardest. It is going to die to DOT, so I don't even need to worry about that. Yep, goodbye. Another shovel, bandages, emerald I do want. But I kind of want everything else, but the citrines are not going to stack up to that, so. I'd prefer to stop taking battles now and being surprised. Oh, man. That's so frustrating. That's so frustrating. Oh, that is just even worse. Come on, move her back or something. Oh, come on. Because if I move forward 2, then back 1, I just spend this whole turn just... I'm actually going to stun here. I'm going to tell you why, so I can stop a damage dealer at least. Because even if I move her back, he's going to have to attack a 50% protection. That's not going to do anything. I'm going to have to use the flagellant to most likely... Oh, don't get moved. Okay, I was going to say, if he gets slammed to the back row, I will be beyond triggered. We do need to get rid of the pelagic wide mouse. This is... When I set this party up for the cove, I really wasn't feeling it for the reason that A, I didn't have a lot of damage because I do have the antiquarian in here. B, the flagellant in a place where, you know, people have scales, they are going to resist a little more. I don't think that's really been an issue. And then obviously the leper is fairly reduced in his row versatility abilities. Therefore, you know, if he does face someone like a Uka Crusher, he just has to chop for pitiful damage in the front. So those were things I was aware of. I was hoping I could get slightly lucky on RNG, and it has just been exact opposite of that. Like 7 speed. My flagellant sadly could not beat either of them with a speed of 8. Like, that's just another example of just small unluck. It's not the end of the world. But, you know, it would have been nice to go before one of those guys, so my oh, there's the crit on the antiquarian. But yeah, it would have just been nice to get before one of them. I would take one less hit, but whatever. Bleh.
As the fiend falls,
Bleh.
a faint hope blossoms.
Man, wait a second. You had like minus 14 accuracy and 34 dodge, and you still hit? Man, can I get some... I hope the boss battle goes very smoothly. That's all I'm going to say. I hope it's very smooth. Goes well for me. Critical stress heal across everyone? No? Okay. I'm very worried about the Vestal. She's gonna reach an affliction probably during the boss, and that's probably gonna spell game over. I don't really know how else to say it, but you can't really go into any boss fight in this game with 80 stress and not expect something bad to happen, so I'm a lot worried about that. Trying to get like maybe a critical heal or something. Nope, nothing. We're coming up short all around here. All around. I really want a campfire here so I can get all that stuff, and I will. I know I said I wouldn't, but I don't think we're gonna face that many. I don't need the food there. That's good. Okay. Oh, remove disease on yourself. Darn. Oh wait, that was the other Vestal one am I talking about. So removing 50 stress on him is gonna be nice. And ironically, the only person who can do the encourage is on herself. I mean, she has it. Ooh, man. This is gonna be ugly. Oh, I didn't midnight ambush protection. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Just making good old mistakes all over the place, huh? Okay, good. These guys, it's just a damage buff, that's right. I was hoping it would be stress heal. It might be stress heal, but I don't think it is. I think it's just damage. Some things come with a dual purpose, and I don't believe that one is one of them. This is... Oh, it's a blight cure, is it not? Now this increases resistances, I believe. Yes, perfect. Oh, I need to check something. Debuff 50, 105, 60, good. I believe the Siren responds to lowest debuff resistance, therefore I wanted to make sure the antiquarian indeed was the lowest debuff. And so far we appear to be on track for that. Oops. Use that. Get a lot of stuff back. Perfect. Everything fit. I didn't have to worry about throwing anything out. We scouted this. Hopefully it's a surprise. Alright. What? Oh, man. Okay, that's fine. Problem is I don't know if I can kill off that pelagic oracle in time before she decides to get smart and essentially just focus my Vestal for almost an affliction here. But hopefully the flagellant will get to go before. It'll take some extreme luck, But hopefully with the minus accuracy, it will miss if she does decide to do such an action. But as I said, it will take some luck, and even then, it's not going to kill, actually. Never mind. Ooh, Sea Breeze. There we go. So now we're talking about the Pelagic Oracle will die, 4 damage, 8 bleed, dead. Try to get a nice lucky stun against this Uka. Ooh, even better. Okay. And now we can start trying to get some criticals and stuff on this Crusher.
Another one falls.
Yeah. I might be able to kill that Uka Crusher next round, maybe with like a couple of criticals my way. Yeah, it's probably going to be a no, so I'm going to try to decrease the accuracy. It's not the end of the world. I still have bandages, so I do still have 2 medicinal herbs left. Had to be a critical, didn't it? Wow, resisted. Just took a crap ton of stress, sadly. And with that, that should kill him. Bleed, right? Yeah. So I am gonna do that to get rid of some stress. Nice critical. Minus 10. There's really nothing that matters. Maybe you can get a critical. No. Okay. Critical heal. There we go. That's nice. It's on her too, so he gets minus 4 now. Once again, collect all this stuff. Perfect. Once again, all of it fit. Alright, going in here, it's gonna be a tough one. And the reason why it's gonna be tough is because she has a lot of stress. That's literally the only reason why I'm worried, is she's already sitting at 67. But I'm pretty sure we got it. It just might be a little rough. Now, what really frustrated me about that was the fact she just got the debuff resistance. I didn't really care if she got the what do I want to say, the bleed resist. It was that debuff resistance that bothers me, because that would have obviously decreased her ability to resist future bleeds, and that's not really something, you know, you want her doing. So that's fine, exactly as expected. The high tide creature does need... Oh, yes. This guy needs to absolutely die. We are going to hit him with that. It couldn't be lower damage, could it? Flash powder, that's... Okay, I was going to say, that's actually not terrible. No one should bleed from that, even with a critical. But once again, we don't want a critical because it does stress damage. If this leper gets a critical or 2, this fight is essentially in the bag for me, which will be very nice, because he'll be doing up towards about 40 to 50 damage, and that will, like I said, ultimately just ruin. So come on, debuff bleed. 130% to 60, it's a 70. I mean, it's not the greatest. That's surprising, in all honesty. I'm not sure why the heck that just happened. Like I said, it's not foolproof, but by the second round, I believe she's resisting everything. All these 70% are like 100s. They might as well be. Oh, that's aggravating. Oh, if he gets stunned, so... Oh my flipping gracious. Sorry, I'm back. That... I am so mad right now. I know you may not be able to tell by my nice smooth voice and the fact that I have not currently thrown my mouse across the room, but a critical... oh my frickin'... and all they keep summoning is a stupid stinger. And the reason why I have an issue with the stinger is no, just stop. I say just stop. And the reason why I have an issue with the stinger is they have a good stun. And I don't want that stun going through. Man. So, like I said, antiquarian does not always work. Usually more effective than this. Granted, I usually don't have this weird garbage luck I'm having right now. Like I said, usually I don't have this garbage luck I'm having right now. I do not know what's happening. This is probably the first time in my last like 5 times doing it I've had this level of issues, from getting Song of Desired, continuously high-tided with stupid stingers, not having my DOTs land or my debuffs land immediately. She's now frickin' afflicted, of course. So mean. Oh, so annoying. Oh, that's okay. Alright, pulling through at the end there. That is clutch. That is like the one excellent thing that has happened. I absolutely needed that, and I absolutely needed that. So she can't high tide. She's now gonna pretty much get... There we go. See, that's all I needed. See what happens when you literally get about 3 to 4 things of nice RNG in your favor? Things die. They just die. It's just easy. And I tell you what, actually, because I did get such a good, everyone's got trinkets on, shoot. I really want the haste chalice, but I want the bus, I want the torches, I want the emerald. Yada yada, I want the keys, I want the medicinal herbs. I need to keep those if I take more fights. Blueprints, I actually don't need that right now. Okay. Yeah. Oh, gosh, that was so triggering. Because just imagine this. Like, I get my first 2 debuffs. She takes a 10 extra bleed twice. That's like 20 damage. If I get 1 more critical from the leopard, that's 26 more damage. We're already talking 40 more damage. I mean, that's crazy. 40 more damage. She would have been dead a turn ago. And also, I guess today she didn't feel like following the antiquarian thing, so... I don't know. I don't know what to say. As I said, it's not like completely proven to work. It does have its issues. I'm just... Usually it's like more 2 times antiquarian, 1 time other person. This time it really did almost go through the whole party once, which was surprising to me because I actually have almost never had that happen with the antiquarian. And if you watched my first time through, I believe it was like 4 or 3 out of 4 times she did go for... only 1, well, she went like 3 times for the antiquarian and 1 time for not. So there does appear to be like at least a possibility of it working a lot. Of course, get pulled, I don't care. It's not like he needs to be in that row or anything, and you just went, so yay. Whatever. But yeah, so I don't stay. As you can see, even with the strategy not working, the Siren's really not that difficult. I mean, I practically killed her with a flagellant leper. Those are the only people who did work. So the Siren's not a hard boss, it's just more annoying, and the reason why I kind of rely on the cheese method is because I just don't feel like dealing with a strong individual getting pulled. And usually that's why I try to avoid like having my leper get pulled, and I'm glad she didn't, because at that point it seemed like all other bets were out the window. So I'm glad that didn't happen, at least, because I probably would have had someone go to the death's door. Because as you saw, he can easily do a 50 crit, which no one in my party is going to have HP left after. Absolutely no one. But yeah, the Siren's like a complete RNG boss, and that's why it frustrates me. It's just, there's RNG to... I don't think you can dodge this skill where it has an insanely high accuracy. I'd have to check, but I don't think you can actually dodge the skill. You might be able to, but it's so infrequent, I wouldn't count on that. And then there's a % chance to resist the skill. It's just a straight up roll. It's not like, hey, you're debuff mine. It's just, I think it's a... Is it 67% yes, and then 33% no? It's something like that, or 70-30. It's around that. Essentially, if you get more than 1 resist per a fight, you are a lucky man, because it probably should have gone against you, is what I'm going to say.
As victories mount, so too will resistance.
This is going to be my last room, so I can get rid of stuff like that.
Finding the stuff is only the first test. Now it must be carried home.
Make sure I don't discover a secret room. Nope. Okay. I'm going to save a shovel because I don't know what that curio is. But I definitely don't need those two. Yeah, let's go see. I want to save a medicinal herb and a curio because I don't know what this is. And it's a bleh. Well, this can probably... Oh, I should turn off the torch to give me maximum money. I mean, I still got one of those, but whatever. Alright, oops. Why am I quitting the... What is happening to me today? What is up? 23,000 gold, 48 crests. A lot of crests, but not a lot of other heirlooms. I really need to start focus. Oh, we have our first resolve 5. Okay. And you get a disease. And you get a disease. You all get a disease. So that's cool. Got my first resolve 5. And as in traditional fashion, it is a leper. I don't care what people say about my lepers. As you just saw, they smashed the crap out of that wonderful Siren friend, so I'm not going to have any objectivity in him. He is absolutely the best character in the game. There are no other characters that trump him. Nothing. Alright. Thank you for watching. Stick around. This Friday will be the Man-at-Arms review. And it should be a pretty good one. So definitely make sure you come out and watch. Thank you so much. Enjoy your day.
Pious and unrelenting.